First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Tua sets up to pass it. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Broke through some contact, but... the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a 4th and about 3 to go. And see, when you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And some room to work. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. The Lions at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
Some push was given up, but that's why you play zone defense. So you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much running after the catch.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down in about the 33.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Jones. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll stay on the ground with Munster. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Tua going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Wilson with a first down carry. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back at the back 7, phenomenal.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff running left is Mostert. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones escaping the pressure right. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They're going to try and throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come to 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but he did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got a man, complete. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That's good for the Lions.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
35-yard line.
Jones now throwing on first down. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down. Throwing, Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Back to throw again. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And some room to run now. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. Again, he'll drop to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Wilson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll run again with Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Caught on a slant. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run with Wilson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14.
Lions, 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've had to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Swift going to try up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked up by Xavier Howard. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 74 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Tua going to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On 2nd and inches, Tua. Got a man here, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though this...
Jones hit and the ball's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now as they line up and kick this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
I usually agree with you, but I'm going after it right here. I'm going to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. He finds some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Tagovailoa. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. On second down, Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's got this down to the 35. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, sure, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
They hand it off to Mostert. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Miami, they climbed to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. Welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Nashville. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Open man is McMahon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's James returning. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On 1st down, Corral. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. On 2nd and 10, Corral. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. John Mechie, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Tennessee offense about set, ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Willis. Flush to his right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly. So
after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. 3rd down, it's Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
James now to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. In motion right is Robinson. Corral sets up play action. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Keenan Allen from 6 yards away. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Willis now off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Now a timeout called for by the defense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Corral with it on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Here's Corral. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Willis. Flushed out right. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. In motion left comes Williams. Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They go play action with Willis. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Right back to the air again with Willis. And finding the tight end Hooper. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Willis. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. He gets this one to Burks. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Willis on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Corral on 1st down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Willis. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. That's caught by McMahon. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Willis on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Touchdown, Titans. Preston Williams, 32 yards. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Corral. Finding time. He's got a man, complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the Incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Justin Ross with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Let's go now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Play action. Here's Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A final shot before the half for Corral. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Corral with it, 1st down here. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.